During the holiday season, it is tradition for us in the Caribbean to make a cake that we call rum cake or wine cake or fruit cake or black cake. That's what I'm going to be doing today. However, it's going to be alcohol free. Let's get started. Usually, our dried fruits would be soaked in alcohol for weeks, months, up to years, okay? But today I'm going to be just cooking it in some fruit juice. I'm adding some allspice and a cinnamon stick as well. So this is raisins and cherries. You can use currants, prunes, and you're just going to be heating this up. Allow it to simmer until the fruits are rehydrated and tender. Once that liquid has dried out a bit, then you're just going to remove the cinnamon stick, and we're going to be putting the fruits in a food processor or blender. You can puree it or pulse it as much as you like. If you want to have a lot of texture, don't do it too much. If you want it super smooth, then you're going to puree it as smooth as you like. Remember, everybody has their own preference, so do what you prefer as far as the texture of your fruits. You may set the fruits aside just to make sure they are completely cool, and let's work on the dry mixture. For the dry mixture, it's all-purpose flour or cake flour. Then I'm adding some baking powder, spices. I'm using nutmeg, some allspice, coriander powder, some mixed spice, but you can keep it simple and just use mixed spice if that's what you like. And I just added some salt. You want to sift this to make sure there aren't any lumps, and it's also going to get some air in the cake. This cake is going to be very fluffy and cakey. So if you prefer a pudding, dense, super rich kind of fruit cake, you should check out my other recipes, okay? This is going to be very cakey and fluffy. All right, so whisk everything together, and then we are going to cream some butter and sugar. So this is unsalted soft butter, not melted, just soft. Once we know that's nice and loose and smooth, add the brown sugar. For this cake, I prefer to use a soft brown sugar, and you're gonna cream this on medium to high speed until it is fluffy and those granules are gonna be partially dissolved, so that texture is gonna be really nice and smooth. The whole appearance and texture has changed. It's really nice and smooth. We're adding some orange zest and lemon zest. We'll also be adding eggs. That's going to make the cake really nice and fluffy. Add your eggs one at a time or a little at a time. So you add a little and then cream it. Then when it's mixed in, you add a little more and cream it again. So just do them one at a time, or if you've beaten them, you add a little at a time. All the eggs have been added, so now I'm adding the pureed fruits. You can also add lemon juice, some almond essence if you have it, and vanilla. You're gonna add as much browning or burnt sugar as you like. Make the cake as dark as you like. I added a few tablespoons at a time. Then I go in with the dry mixture. So just add a little and mix, and then add a little. Just take your time, gradually mix everything in. Make sure your oven has been preheated to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't preheat it last minute. Make sure it's heated for at least 30 minutes. Then you can get your cake tin, line it with parchment paper, or you could do butter and flour. Pour the batter in, smooth it out. You can give it a few taps and gentle shakes. Then it goes straight into the oven. We will be baking it for about an hour 15 minutes, at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it gets to that 1 hour 15-minute mark, you can check with a skewer to see if it comes out clean and just remove the cake out of the oven. And here we are, guys, our fluffy alcohol-free fruit cake. It's very fluffy and cakey, and you're not going to be getting a dense fruit cake with, a lot of fruits in it. It's very light. So if that's the kind of texture you like, this is the cake for you. The only thing I would change is maybe I'd put a little more browning, but I want to save my browning for my real rum cakes anyhow. This is really spongy and fluffy. So if that's your kind of cake that you like, give it a try, and it's alcohol free. So this is perfect for those people who don't want to have to buy any alcohol at all. Please remember to check out my other fruitcake videos right here on the channel. They are more traditional and you'll love them. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.